Welcome to this video in which we will have a look at how to use NXOS API in order to repurpose a lab. The problem is the following. I have a lab, it's made out of 4 switches, all of them are reachable as you can see, but I have multiple technologies that I would like to show. Maybe today it's VXLAN, maybe tomorrow it's segment routing, maybe the day after tomorrow VXLAN with EVPN. I would like to have a way in which I can repurpose my lab very quickly and provision configurations to all my 4 devices consistently. As you can see now, my lab is empty of any advanced configuration. I only have basic connectivity, basic management connectivity, and layer 2 and layer 3 connectivity between the involved devices. So for example, you can see here VPC is configured, but nothing else. There's no VXLAN, there is no OSPF, no BGP, nothing. And we can log on to another switch. All 4 of them are devoid of any advanced configuration. Only the basic stuff is there. Okay, so now I can go to my lab tool, which is something that was originally developed by Christian Jekyll. And this is a tool with which I can deploy configuration batches. So for example, here we have 2 different lab configs, a VXLAN lab and an empty config lab. If I want to turn my NXOS lab into a VXLAN environment, the only thing I have to do is just to deploy that lab. And as you can see, the tool knows which configuration it should deploy to every switch, and it will do so. It can support either a serial configuration deployment, where configuration to switch 2 is only done when configuration to switch 1 was successful, or it supports as well parallel configuration, where in this case all 4 of my switches will be configured and rebooted at the same time. So let's go. As you can see, then now it's pushing the config to the first one of my 4 switches, and then it will reboot it. So the process here is to replace the startup configuration and then reboot the switch, so that we are absolutely sure that it takes everything. As you can see here, the switch is no longer reachable because it's currently being rebooted by the lab deployment tool. The same goes for the rest of the switches in my lab. So switches 2, 3, and 4 are going to be configured and rebooted. And then after doing that, then we need to wait until they come back up. So we wait for the first switch that we rebooted to come back. With the magic of video, this process is obviously accelerated a bit, as you probably realized. It takes some time until this box reboots, depending on factors like whether FEX are attached or not. But we can see that the first one is already there. What is done now is the boot flash is cleaned up, and then the process finishes for that particular switch. We can go to that switch and see that the configuration is there. SSH keys are new, so we had to do something there. And here you can see that a lot of config has been deployed. OSPF, VXLAN, BGP, everything is there. Now if we go back to the lab deployment tool, we will see that then the tool will wait until the rest of the switches come back. Here as well, the video is a bit accelerated so that you don't go through the process of the exciting process of seeing how switches reboot. And there we go. All 4 of the switches have successfully completed their reboot cycle, and now we have our VXLAN, EVPN, BGP lab fully configured. Again, SSH keys have been regenerated, so you probably need to do something there. And we can see that the lab is fully operational, all config is there. This is a switch that we checked at the very beginning, the switch number 1. VRFs are there, BGP is there, the BGP adjacencies are there, VXLAN overlay config is there. So I hope this gave you an example of yet another use case for which you can use NX API in order to deploy configurations to a group of devices, not only individually, but to a group of devices, which can be very useful in lab environments. Thanks for watching.